Hello YouTubers, this is OzTanks 1972 coming to you from Australia. It's been a long time coming. I've been getting a few questions about my CO2 system from CO2 Arts, Time to show you my CO2 setup. As I was saying, all my parts come from CO2 Art and I'm really happy with their products. Probably the highest quality for the cheapest price that you'll find on the web. And not to mention the service is excellent. Okay, I'll just open the curtain because it's a bit dark over in the bottom of my tank corner. Okay, let's have a look. This is the advanced CO2 regulator that I purchased off them. I'll just focus in a bit better. Come on, focus. Yep. And as you can see, my CO2 system is powered by a SodaStream bottle. This is an Australian standard SodaStream bottle, in case you need to know. This is their advanced SodaStream adapter. You might have seen my other YouTube video on it. Now that I've got it up and running, I'm really happy with it. This is the new variety, which actually has a longer pin. I wrote to CO2 Art saying that their adapter doesn't seem to suit our new style of 60-litre SodaStream bottles. The pin just wasn't long enough. Took them about 3 to 4 weeks, but they messaged me back immediately and said that the new adapter had arrived and they're sending me a replacement. So instead of just giving me the pin, they actually sent me a whole new adapter. And thank you very much to Carol for all her help and assistance. As you can see, it's pretty easily assembled. This whole thing is mated to your regulator. It's very important to mate it to your regulator. You don't want to be unscrewing this constantly after you've created a perfect seal. I did find that a bit of CO2 tape, and make sure that you use CO2 tape, not plumber's tape, because they're actually two different things. This one's designed specifically for gas and not water. Something to do with the the microscopic holes that the tape has in it. Apparently this one's less porous. Okay, and this is the pressure adapter. This actually screws around. I don't like fiddling with it, but if you screw this clockwise, and you can see the dial, the bubbles get bigger and bigger on the picture. It actually raises the pressure of the CO2 system. This is the CO2, that's the pressure it's running at, and I like to keep mine about 1.5 bars. I find that's plenty of pressure to run the CO2, and hopefully you can see the bubbles coming out of it. And you can see they're very small. I'm running it basically at two bubbles per second, because my Amazon swords seem to grow a lot quicker and control algae outbreaks. If you've got a planted aquarium, hello Oscar, that's actually his name, not his breed. Photobomb. Okay, back to the CO2 system. Okay, they sent me a, this is, I think it's like a German design. This is actually a needle valve. It's a very sensitive needle valve, and I'll just give you an example. This here is the actual adjustment. I'll just zoom back out, and if you turn it, it increases it. But what I find is really handy is it's got this little nut here, and if you turn it to the speed that you want it at, you just screw the nut down and it'll always keep it at that position for you, which I find is really handy. Here's my little shifter that I keep nice and handy in case I get little leaks here. I could just quickly give it a tap. Not that I've had any, but it's handy to have it there. I have an electric solenoid. It's a bit crooked at the moment. Just fix that. And what else? This is the bubble can I've got. This is actually made of metal. This is all metal, and this is actually glass. And it's actually like a magnifier. If you look on my finger, it actually magnifies my finger slightly. and I really like that effect. Makes it a lot easier to read. I use their piping, their CO2 piping. I find it's better than the piping that you get at homebrew shops. What else can I show you? Now that's their atomic diffuser, and that is the best diffuser I've ever seen. You might see other videos on YouTube where it's just white mist. Even though mine can do that white mist, you usually have to run the pressure a bit higher, and you're running about 5 bubbles per second to make that really thick white mist, which I don't actually like that much. Too much CO2, you can risk gassing your fish. Okay, I think that's all. I can recommend their products. Everything that I buy from there is absolutely fantastic. Quality, price, service. If you buy from them, you won't have any issues. The next video I do, I'm just waiting for this bottle to run out, which will probably be this week. Once the bottle runs out, I'll actually show me screwing a new SodaStream bottle into it and starting it, and I'll film all that so you can watch me actually doing it. One more thing, it's important that you mate all this together. Okay, so this is all one unit. The only thing that should be separate from your CO2 system is the bottle itself, the cylinder itself. If you do that, once you've done all your setup and you've got rid of all your leaks, then you won't have any problems just changing your bottle constantly. My bottle usually lasts about 2.5 months, and this is a 60 litre variety of SodaStream bottle. You might notice that I've got a bit of PVC piping here. I made this myself because I wanted something that was going to keep all this expensive equipment safe. This bottle does not move because I've actually screwed some little brackets into the side of the thing, side of the leg here. They're fastened with two screws, and 2 nuts are actually on here. I'll take it out so you can see what I've done, and you can actually see how it's just sitting on the tiles, a bit dirty there under there, and there's 2 nuts on the side, and that keeps the whole system sturdy and fastened, so it's not going to fall over. This is just standard PVC piping. This is actually a joiner. It joins PVC piping to, for plumbing. This here cost me about $1.95 compared to a proper stand, which cost me about $20, and it's sort of freestanding. It doesn't connect to aquarium, and I have big feet and I got real big clobbers, and what happens is I'll kick everything that's sitting on the floor, and what this means is if I kick this, it ain't going to come out. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my review on the CO2 Art CO2 systems. Again, highly recommended. Be sure to go to the link, which I'll leave at the bottom of this video, to CO2 Art. Everything that you need is available at CO2 Art, and I'm absolutely stoked at the quality of their products and their service. I shop nowhere else.